Okay, might have a few more people to join, but my name is Brittany Corman. I am the Weekday Warrior on Spotify or on Instagram, whatever, so however you found out about us. But tonight is going to be a sweat and flow for a cause, and Elise and I wanted to come together in order to spread some light during these times that we're going through and help in a different positive way that we could. So all of tonight's proceeds will be going to the Loveland Foundation, and Elise will explain a little bit more about that later in class. Throughout today's class, we are going to be sharing a little bit about why this class is unique and important, and how we can spread knowledge, continue to learn. Again, we're continuing to learn, continuing to transition through this time. And so if anybody has anything that they want to share at the end of class, that is also great. But I hope you guys will just take this next 60 minutes to really just dive into this workout. Give yourself this time. It is a lot to comprehend right now. We are all going through it together. And so I really want you guys, I know I kept my section, the really basic movements tonight. I want you to just sweat it out, really put yourself through a good workout tonight, because we all deserve it. Even when we're trying to learn and trying to read and embracing ourselves in through this, it's still a lot to handle. And that's even for us. And I know it's even harder for the Black Americans that are also going through this as well. So I'll kind of touch on a few different things throughout class, but I hope you guys enjoy. And thank you guys so much for being here and donating. And this is for a great cause. So let's get started. Happy Wednesday. Who knows what day of the week it is yet? So set your watch to high intensity interval training if you are using your Apple Watch, otherwise, and then we'll switch it over to yoga halfway through. All right, guys, let's get warmed up. Nice dynamic warm up here. Inhale, up, reach those arms up and over. Exhale, let it out. Make sure you breathe through tonight's class. That's the most important part. Inhale, reach those arms up. Exhale, let it out. Inhale, both arms up. Hold it up there. Exhale, reach up and over to the right. Open up that left side. Take it back to center. Up and over to the left. Take it back to center. Cactus those arms. Open up that chest. Open up that heart. Inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale, let it down. One more time. Inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale, reach up and over to the right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, up and over to the left. Back to center. Cactus those arms. Open up. Reach both arms up overhead. Swan dive down. Walk it out to the top of your mat. High plank here. Making sure those shoulders are directly over your wrists. You're pressing the ground away from you. Take those hips up into a down dog. Open up that chest and then walk your hands back in. 2 more rounds like that. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, you're going to inchworm out to the top of your mat. Hold here for a second and then press those hips up into your down dog. Walk it back in. Last one here. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, walk it out, top of your mat. Again, finding that perfect high plank and then pressing those hips up, pressing your chest back towards your thighs, and then walk it back in. Roll it up. Let's warm up those hip flexors. Take a big step forward with that right leg. Sweep both arms up, feeling that left hip open up. And then let's open to the right. Sweep it back up. Open that chest to the right. Sweep back up 2 more times this way. Open up, rotating that chest to your right side. Big chest opener, big hip flexor opener. Take that through. Good, and step it back. Switching it out. Left leg is going to come forward, right knee to your mat. Sweep both arms up. And then you're going to take that left arm, open it up to the right. Sorry, open it to the left, the other side. 3 more here. Again, squeeze through that right glute so you really get the front side of that right hip to open up. 2 more reaches up and over. That should be a nice chest opener as well. And 1 more over here. Good, and then step it back. Okay, feet separate. A little bit further than hip width apart. We're gonna move into some body weight squats, opening up those legs. 3. We've got 10 reps here, and then we're gonna hold it down for 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop it down, rocking those legs side to side. Open up those ankles here. If you want to add on here, you're going to take your left hand to the ground, right arm opens up, and then right hand down, left arm opens. One more time each side, left hand down, right arm rotates, right arm down, left arm rotates. Both hands are going to come to the ground. Lift those hips up towards the ceiling. Let that neck hang. Just shake it out, and then give me a mini bend and straighten through those legs. Tiny bend and straighten for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Roll it up nice and slow. All right, guys. We'll use this first round of our HIIT section to continue that warm up. So I told you this is going to be basic movements. I want you guys to just give me your best effort. But all out for these 30 seconds of work, 15 seconds to recover. 3 different exercises. We go through it 3 rounds. We start off, we're really focusing on obliques and hips here because Elise is going to open all of that up through our yoga session. So you're going to do a squat jack with your legs from the side. Then you're going to take right hand to left foot. So from the front, I'm here, tap and tap. But I'm not leaning forward. I'm dropping my hips low, cross jacks here. Second exercise, we take it down, mountain climbers, cross climbers, opposite knee, opposite elbow here. Finishing it out, standing with our skaters, side to side. So cross jacks, cross climbers, skaters, thinking obliques, thinking hips. Using this first round to really get our heart rate up. We've got a HIIT section first, then we take it through a strength section, and then I have a little finisher, which is a little bit of core. So we are gonna get started with those cross jacks. All right, guys, 30 seconds of work, 15 seconds to recover. We're starting it off in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Right hand, left foot, left hand, right foot. Dropping those hips down low. This first round might not be your best effort. We're easing into this. You have 2 more chances at each exercise where I'll challenge you to pick up the pace. Less than 10. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Rest. You've got 15 seconds to recover. We take it down, high plank, knee to opposite elbow, cross climbers. Let's get ready to go. We started off in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Knee to opposite elbow. Making sure those shoulders directly over your wrist. You're pressing the ground away from you. Thinking about using those obliques, those outside abdominals to draw that knee in and across. Last 10. Breathe through this. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stand it up. All right, face sideways on your mat. We're gonna start at one end. I challenge you to try and side skater jump all the way to the opposite side of your mat. We take off in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Big skater jump. If skater jumps are too much for you, you just step it back and tap. So big side step, big tap back. You're halfway, keep moving. Getting your heart rate up. Last 5, then we're back to the top. In 3, 2, 1. Nice work, guys. Way to start off strong. 1 round down, 2 to go. Each round, you pick up the pace a little bit. So, second round, we're getting started. In 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Cross jack. Again, watching that back. It should not be rounding. Staying Really engaged through your center. The only reason your hand's getting to your foot because you're dropping those hips low. Last 10. You got this for 5. Last 3, 2, 1. Rest. All right, taking it down to the ground. Cross climbers. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Climb it out. If those cross climbers are not for you, drive those knees forward. If you need a modification, just tap that foot right outside that hand. Otherwise, you're driving those knees forward. Keep those hips down. No hips up towards the ceiling. They should be right in line with those shoulders for 3, 2, 1, rest. Stand it up. We've got skaters to finish out this second round. All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1, big jump out to the side, take it back down. Creating distance along your mat. Your feet should stay quiet. No loud thumps on those landing. Over halfway, here we go. Finish this second round strong. Nobody stops early. 3, 2, 1, done. Nice work. All right, guys, third and final round. Last opportunity. Knock these out. You only have 30 minutes with me tonight. Make the most of it. Here we go. Back to the top in 5. Cross jacks. In 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Drop those hips low. 90 seconds of work. Then we move into our strength set. You're halfway. Give me your best effort, whatever that might be tonight. For 5, 3, 2, 1, rest. We take it down, cross climbers. If you want a little extra, get into that high plank and hold. We'll all get started in 5. In 3, 2, 1, here we go, cross climbers. You got this, watch those hips. Make sure you're in a nice long line here. From the head all the way down to your feet. Less than 10. Keep pushing. Final 3, 2, 1, rest. Awesome, stand it up. Finishing out this HIIT section. 30 seconds of work. Nobody stops. Here we go. We take off in 3, 2, 1. Let's do this. I took off a week of teaching my speaking endurance while working out. It took a toll. All right, guys, we're halfway. Last 10. Keep moving. Wherever you are, whatever level, you push for 3, 2, 1. Done. All right, guys, the worst of my section is over. Don't worry. Okay, so this is where things get a little interesting. So we know what brought us here tonight. We want to spread the word. We want to encourage you guys to learn, to listen, to get involved. So how I set up this next strength set is going to be 8 minutes and 46 seconds of work. That is the amount of time that George Floyd was held down. Each section is going to be 46 seconds of work. We'll have 14 seconds to rest. It's going to be 3 strength exercises. We're going to go through that 3 rounds for a total of 8 minutes and 46 seconds. I want us all to kind of take in and understand how long that amount of time is and really utilize that to push yourself through this. So our first strength set is going to look like this. Hands behind your head, elbows out wide. You're gonna step into a curtsy lunge, out, squat. Curtsy lunge, take it out, squat. This squat is a little bit wider. It's almost like a goddess squat in yoga. So curtsy lunge, feet a little bit wider than your hips, drop it down. Then we take it down into a push-up to a down dog. So push up, lift those hips, tap opposite foot, take it back down, push up, down dog tap. Option, take it down to your knees, push up, down dog tap. All options there. Final exercise, a little core, a little glute. Core stays nice and stable. Squeeze the glutes, lift the hips. We are marching right here. That's level 2. If you need a little bit less, squeeze the glutes, lift. March left, march right, take it down. 3 exercises, 46 seconds of each. We'll have 14 seconds to rest. This 8 minutes and 46 second set is coming up. We've got a prisoner squat. Hands behind the head, elbows out wide. We get started in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Curtsy lunge, squat it down. Curtsy and squat. So like I said, that squat's a little bit wider than you're used to. Think about squeezing those inner thighs. So outer thighs as you step back, and then squeezing those inner thighs as you pull into that goddess squat. 20 seconds here. You got this. Chest is open, elbows out wide. 10 more seconds. You'll have 14 seconds to transition. In 3, 2, 1, rest. All right, push up to down dog. Here we go. Get ready to set up. Find what push-up variation you want. In 3, 2, 1, here we go. Push up, lift those hips. Chest pushes back, tap. So you gotta push, and then you have more of a press to open up that chest in between. Getting that down dog ready for Elise's section here. Always feel free to drop to your knees. If you are, squeeze those glutes. Nice long line from your head all the way to your knees. Drop that chest all the way to the floor. Press it up into that down dog. Less than 15. If you're out of push-ups, hold that high plank. Final 10. You got this. For 3, 2, 1, rest. Okay, we take it onto our back. We march. Glute bridge march here. In 3, 2, 1. Core tight. Squeeze the glutes. Lift the hips. No arch in the back. We march left leg up, right leg up. This is where you'll find your hamstrings and glutes start to fire. Core is stabilizing you. Imagine I have a broomstick across your hips. That should not be rocking side to side. You stay nice and stable. If you need a little less, you drop down, you lift, march left, march right, or you just give me straight glute bridges here. Last 10. Here we go. For 5, then we're back to the top. In 3, 2, 1, rest. All right, guys, that's round 1. We see that 2 more rounds. You know the drill. Back to the top. Hands behind the head, elbows out wide in 3, 2, 1. Take it, curtsy, squat. If you have weights, feel free to grab them for these legs. Otherwise, as you get comfortable, don't sacrifice your form, but pick up the pace a little bit. How many good quality reps can you fit in here? Over halfway. You should feel quads, outer glutes, a little bit of those inner thighs as well. Firing up those legs. Last 10. Elbows wide. Head up. Last 5. For 3, 2, 1. Rest. We take it down. 14 seconds to transition. We find that push-up position in 5. We take off in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. No matter what push-up variation you have, those elbows should be going out to about 45 degrees. Push up. Press those hips up. Chest presses into that down dog. 30 more seconds. Again, at any time, if you need a break from those push-ups, find that high plank and hold. Or drop to your knees. I would rather you give me full range from your knees than giving me a quarter of a range in your full push-up. Last 5. What do you have left? Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Rest. On to your back. Again, option here, if you have a weight, feel free to put it across your hips for these marching bridges. In 3, 2, 1. Squeeze the glutes, lift the hips. Marching left and right. Again, maybe put your hands on your hips, making sure that they're staying nice and stable. If you hear my headlight analogy in my classes, your headlight should be pointing straight to the ceiling, not veering to the right or left. Over halfway. Challenge yourself to stay lifted, but no arch in the low back. Otherwise, lift and lower, march left, march right. Here we go, 10 seconds. You got it. Stay lifted for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take it down. That's round 2. One final round to go. You got this, guys. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Hands behind the head. Final round, each exercise. Curtsy and squat. Reminding yourself during this 3rd round what all this time means to you. How will this 8 minutes and 46 seconds affect you moving forward beyond this class? Keep working. This is for something bigger. Last 10. Hold on to this. I know those quads are burning. Mine are too. For 3, 2, 1. Rest. 14 seconds. Taking it down. Last push-ups of my class before we have those chaturangas and Elises. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Push up. Lift those hips. Down dog. Reaches. Again, elbows 45 degrees. Your core is still engaged. No sagging backs as you lower into that push-up. If you are out of push-up strength by this 3rd round, hold that plank. Drop to your knees. Final 20 here. We finish out this set on our backs. Last 10. For 3, 2, 1, rest. Guys, this is your final 46 seconds. We are 8 minutes through this round. You are on to your last set. In 3, 2, 1, here we go. Squeeze and lift. March left, march right. Stay lifted. Squeezing those glutes, feeling the back sides of those legs, those hamstrings. Keep your feet close. Stay strong, last 20. This is it, guys. Lift and lower if you need a little bit less. Otherwise, march it out for your final 10. Finish strong for 3, 2, 1, rest. Hug those knees into your chest. So whatever you take away from this class, no matter if it's starting a conversation with somebody or donating to this cause or starting to read something that you wouldn't normally read, I want you guys to think about that set right there in those 8 minutes and 46 seconds. All right, we have a little finisher. It's gonna look like this. 20 seconds of work, 10 seconds to switch it out. 2 different moves. You only have 3 rounds tonight. You guys are lucky, saved by the Tabata, the full Tabata, because I only have 3 minutes left. So 20 seconds, oblique high knees, opposite knee. We've got 20 seconds. Then we take it down onto our forearms. 20 seconds, hip dip planks. We got to get started. Can't be late for yoga. Here we go. Oblique high knees, 20 seconds. Quick 10 seconds to transition. 3 rounds. Let's start it off. In 3. Just kidding, you have 5. All right, 3, 2, 1, here we go. Knee to opposite elbow. If you're like, not having my oblique twist, just give me high knees here. This is your finisher, guys. Last 5. In 3, 2, 1, take it down, quick transition. Forearm plank, dipping those hips right and left. Here we go in 3, 2, 1, drop those hips down to the right, back to center, over to the left, center. I think there's some sort of parade happening outside my window. There's lots of honking. 3, 2, 1. A rally. I don't know. Here we go. All right, back to the top. 1 round down. 2 rounds to go. In 3, 2, 1. Here we go. High knees or oblique twist. Last 10. Getting that last bit of sweat in before we hit our flow section. In 3, 2, 1, rest. Taking it down. Forearm plank, side to side dip. In 3, 2, 1, here we go. Dip to the right and center, left and center. So you're tightening those obliques as you rotate. It's not just a switch side to side. Stay nice and controlled for 3, 2, 1. All right, guys, final minute coming up. Stand it up. We're back to the top. 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. In 3, 2, 1, this is it. Final minute of my class. High knees. Option for that oblique twist. Last 10. Best effort right here for 3, 2, 1. Take it down. All right, here we go. Last 20 seconds. Forearm plank in 3,
2, 1. I don't know if you guys can hear all the honking outside. They're taking part in our class here. 5 seconds. Nobody drops for 3, 2, 1.
Rest. Awesome job, guys. Kick off your shoes. We're gonna hand it over to Elise. So pin her video. Again, thank you guys so much for being here tonight. Trying to do our part and always open, always listening. So if you guys have any resources that you want me to send out to the group for tonight, feel free to shoot me an email. Any comments, suggestions, I'm happy to listen with open ears. So thank you guys so much. Thank you for donating. Handing it over to Elise. Let's cool this down.
Ooh. Thanks, Britt. That was awesome. All right, so if you haven't taken off your shoes, your socks, maybe you want to towel off, grab some water, and we're going to get started.
Elise, we can't hear you at all.
Oh, can anyone hear me?
No, barely.
Hello? Can you hear me?
We can hear you, it's just very low.
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. So let's get started. If you're following along with the playlist, I want you to press the underdog. That is the beginning of my playlist. So we'll get started on our back. Legs can go straight out in front of you or bring the soles of your feet to touch. And close down your eyes, placing one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly. Really tapping into your breath. Becoming present with the moment. Acknowledging the inhale through your nose, feeling your chest, feeling your belly expand. And the exhale, feeling your belly fall. Feeling your heartbeat, feeling your breath. I want you to acknowledge that and be thankful for that heartbeat and that breath that you have. So today I'm going to lead you in through what I like to call a feel-good flow. So it's going to make you feel good, open the hips, open our hearts. This is your practice, so feel free to take any variation, any modification that you would like. And just keep breathing in and out. Filling up and letting go. Melting into your mat, trying to let go of everything that's going on and just become present with your breath and your heartbeat. Keeping your eyes closed, come to a child's pose at the back of your mat. Your knees out wide, walk your hands straight out in front of you, and bring your palms to touch together. And bring your third eye down to the mat, which is the center in between your eyebrows. And start activating your Ujjayi breath, which is in through the nose, out through the nose, making an ocean-like sound in the back of your throat. And this is the breath that I want you to take with you throughout our flow today. Before we get started, I want you to set an intention for the rest of our class. So whether you're dedicating your practice to a person, to a feeling, maybe to a goal, to a change you want to see in this world, I want you to think of that now. And I want you to manifest it into the universe. And if you feel your mind wandering throughout class today, I want you to come back to your breath and come back to this intention. Last breath here. And pushing up to all fours, tabletop position, shoulders over wrists. Inhale, open that right arm up, look up. Exhale, thread the needle, placing that right shoulder on the mat and bringing that left arm behind your back into the hip crease and really rotating that shoulder open, feeling your rib cage expand and breathe. Slowly release the bind. Inhale, our right arm up. Exhale, place it back down on the mat. Let's take it to the other side. Left arm up, look up, open the chest. And exhale, thread the needle. Place that left shoulder on the mat and bringing that right arm behind our back. Fingertips go in the hip crease and really rotate that shoulder open and look up. Breathing deep. And slowly release the bind. Inhale that left arm up. And exhale, place it back down on the mat. Moving into some cat-cows. Inhale, drop your belly, look up. Exhale, around your spine, push the mat away and hold it here for a second. I want you to actively pull your shoulder blades apart by pushing the mat away. Inhale, drop the belly, look up. Exhale, around the spine. Doing this a few more times on your own, a little faster. Moving at your breath. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Really opening up the spine, the shoulders, the belly. And then coming back to a neutral spine. Take your right leg straight out to the side and try and bring that right foot to the mat. We're going to make some big hip circles here. So bending into the knee, moving forward. This should feel really good after those squats we did in Britt's class. And just make some huge circles here, maybe a few to the right, a few to the left. Really opening the hips. Let's do one more. And then coming back, bring that foot back into tabletop. We'll take it to the left. Left leg straight out to the side. Try and bring that left foot to the ground. And we'll bend into the knee and make some big hip circles. Feel really good. Keep breathing. Moving in an organic way that feels good to your body. And then coming back to our tabletop and pushing it back into a downward facing dog. Fingers out wide here, pushing your weight towards the heels. You're in an inverted V position. Tailbone up, hips high, gaze towards your belly button. Bend the right knee, bend the left, and just walk out your dog here. Waking up the backs of our legs. And then coming back to a stagnant down dog here. Inhale your right leg up, three-legged dog. Your toes facing down to the mat, square your hips off. Bringing knee to nose, try and kiss that knee. And place that right foot in between our hands, coming to a low runner's lunge. Coming to your fingertips. Inhale, lift the chest, look up. Exhale, straighten both legs, pyramid pose, fold down over that knee. Inhale, moving back to that low runner's lunge, open your chest, open the heart, look up. And exhale, moving to that pyramid pose. Both toes should be facing the front of the mat. You may need to bring your stance in a little bit, and that's okay. Try and bring your chest to your side. Again, moving back into that low lunge, open the chest, look up, and exhale back to our pyramid pose, straighten both legs. And breathe, hold it here for a second. Inhale back down to that low runner's lunge. Drop the back knee to the mat. Inhale our arms up. Exhale, cactus our arms out. Bring your elbows into your ribcage. Open that chest, open that heart. Inhale, arms back up. Exhale, open arm twist to the right, gazing towards those back fingers. Bringing that back hand to your left side. And inhaling that left arm up, looking up, opening the chest, really stretching out those obliques. And inhale back up. Bring your hands to heart center. And twist it out to the right, left elbow outside of right knee. If you'd like, you can try and lift that back knee off the mat and keep that twist. The exhale takes you a little bit deeper in the twist. Bring your hands back to heart center. Drop that left hand down to the mat, right arm up, easy twist. And start making some big shoulder, arm circles here. Few to the right, few to the left. And then step it back into a high plank. Shoulders over wrists, cat-like dome in your back. Lower your knees, lower your chest and chin, and slowly pull through baby cobra, lifting your chest off the mat. Your hands can stay pressing into the mat, or you want to try and lift them off and look to the right, look to the left, and push it back, downward facing dog. And let's connect back to our breath if we've lost it. Big inhale through the nose and matching the length through our nose on the exhale. Let's take it to the left side, left leg high, three-legged dog, toes facing down, squaring the hips, knee to nose, kiss that knee, and place that foot in between the hands, low runner's lunge. Coming on to our fingertips, inhale, lift the chest, open up, look up. Exhale, straighten that left leg, fold down, pyramid pose. Inhale, bend into that left knee, low lunge, open the chest, look up. And exhale, straighten both legs, pyramid pose, folding down over that leg. One more time, low lunge, inhale, lift the chest, look up. And exhale, straighten both legs. And breathing here for a second. Trying to square the hips off to the front of the mat. Bending into that front knee, coming back to our low runner's lunge. Dropping that back knee down to the mat. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, cactus them, arms out, mini back bend, elbows into rib cage. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, open arm twist to the left, gaze towards the back of the room. Place that right hand on the back of our right thigh, or left hand on the back of our right thigh. And inhale, that right arm up, looking up, opening the chest, breathing deep into that side body. And then inhaling back up. Bring both hands to heart center and twist it out to the left. Right elbow outside of left knee. Inhaling and exhaling, take you a little deeper in that twist. Maybe you want to try and lift that back knee off if you did on the other side. Just stay here and breathe. Bring your hands back to heart center. Place that right hand on the mat, left arm up, easy twist. And make those big, yummy shoulder circles here. Few to the right, few to the left. And then bringing that hand back down to the mat, step it back, high plank. This time we'll move into our chaturanga. Halfway lower down, elbows into rib cage, pause here. Inhale, lift the chest, lift the toes, lifting your thighs off the mat. Upward facing dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. And we'll be here for 2 breaths. Know that you're always allowed to skip chaturanga, or maybe you want to take it on your knees, or just totally skip it and go back to down dog, whatever you need today. Bring the big toes to touch, travel to the top of the mat, forward fold. Heel toe your feet about hip width distance apart. Grab opposite elbows, ragdoll. And just hang out here. You have a micro bend in your knee. Swinging your body from side to side. Breathing, relaxing the neck. Hanging down, moving your body like a pendulum. Releasing any tension you have in your low back. Releasing the elbows, heel toe your feet back together, big toes to touch. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, hands come to your shins or to the mat. Exhale, fold it down. Inhale, sweep our arms all the way up. Hands come together to touch. And exhale, lean it towards the right, hips to the left. And we'll hang out here for a second. Breathing in through our nose. And the exhale, take us a little bit deeper, pushing our hips to the left. Inhale back to center. Exhale to the left, pushing our hips to the right. Breathing deeply through our nose. And exhale, lean a little bit more. Inhale back to center. Exhale, cactus the arms out, look up. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, fold it down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Step or jump it back, high plank. Chaturanga, halfway lower. Inhale, upward facing, flip the toes, lift the thighs. Exhale, downward facing dog. Taking a moment to connect back to your breath. Connect back to your intention that you set in the beginning of class. Inhale your right leg high, three-legged dog. Knee to nose. Step that right foot in between the hands. Inhale, arms up, high crescent. 90-degree bend in that front knee. Bringing that left hip back, right hip forward. Sink a little bit deeper into that knee. Exhale, open arm twist to the right. Gazing towards the back of the room. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, open warrior two to the left. Your back toes should be at a 45-degree angle. Both hip bones facing the left. Tucking that tailbone under, engaging your core. 90-degree bend in that front knee. Gazing towards that middle finger. Inhale, flip the palm, reverse warrior. Hand goes down the back leg. Straighten that front leg, triangle. And just hang out here for a second and breathe. Keeping the legs straight, reach forward, hinge at the hips, triangle. Your hand can come to your ankle or to the mat, whatever you need, and really rotate the chest open, gazing up towards that lifted hand, breathing deep into your side body here. Imagine your body is wedged in between two panes of glass. And bring that top hand back down to the mat. Step it back, high plank, halfway lower, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. We got one more side. Let's do this. Inhale, our left leg high, three-legged dog. Knee to nose. Step that left foot in between the hands. Inhale, our arms up, high crescent. Bending deeply into that front knee, pulling that left hip back, right hip forward, tucking our tailbone under. Inhale. Exhale, open arm twist to the left, gazing towards those back fingers. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, open warrior two to the right. Fixing our stance here, the back toes at a 45-degree angle. Tucking that tailbone under, 90-degree bend in the front knee, relax our shoulders, gazing towards that middle finger. Inhale, flip the palm, reverse your warrior back. Straighten that front leg, reverse triangle. Inhaling back up, keeping the legs straight, reach forward as far as you can, hinge at the hips, triangle. Your hand can be resting on your ankle, on your shin, on the mat. And just rotate that chest open, that heart open. Look up. Breathing deeply in through the nose, out through the nose. And bring that top hand back down to the mat. Step it back, high plank. Chaturanga, halfway lower, elbows into rib cage. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good job. Just take a second to connect back to your breath. Breathing in and out. To wrap up our flow, I want to do one of my favorite heart openers, which is camel. So camel is great to open your heart, to really open the hips, open the back. So when you're ready, meet me at the top of your mat on your knees. If you have bad knees, maybe grab a blanket, you can put them underneath it, but we won't be here for long. I'll go to this side to demonstrate it. Bring your hands to your low back. Your fingertips are going to be facing towards your booty, and bringing the elbows together as much as you can, really opening that chest, opening your heart. And bring those knees about hip width distance. And slowly lowering down, engaging that core, tucking that tailbone under. And maybe you want to stay here, or you can try and grab for your ankles. And lean your head back, opening the chest, look up. And slowly come up, moving back into child's pose for a counter right now. And then coming back up, we're going to do that one more time. So setting up for camel, coming to your knees, bringing the knees about hip width distance apart. Bring your hands to your low back. Try and bring those elbows in together as much as you can, opening the chest, opening the heart, engaging that core, and slowly lowering down. And take it to your threshold and just hold it there and breathe and really open your heart. And when you've had enough, sit back on your heels, child's pose. And push it back into our last down dog of class. We're going to move into pigeon. So if you have bad hips or bad knees, I want you to take pigeon on your back in a figure 4 stretch. That looks like this. So bring that right leg over the left, right above the knee, laying back on the mat and pulling it towards you. If you want to move into pigeon, inhale that right leg up. Exhale, bring that right ankle behind your left wrist and scooting those back toes back as much as you can, dropping that knee down. Squaring your hips off to the front of the mat. I don't want any dumping into the right hip like this. Keep yourself lifted. Inhale, lift the chest. Maybe you want to stay here with a proud chest or fold it over into pigeon. Coming to your forearms. We're walking your arms out. And just hang out here. We'll be here for about 5 breaths. So our body stores a lot of emotions, a lot of traumas, and in our hips is where we store a lot of feelings. So you may feel some things coming up in these deep hip flexor stretches, and that's okay. I want you to acknowledge these feelings and breathe deep into them. And exhale, take you deeper into the stretch. Last breath here, big inhale, and I want an audible exhale out your mouth. Let it go. Ha! And slowly come back up to your hands and push it back to a down dog. Maybe you do hip circles, maybe you flip your dog. Whatever you got to do to relieve that hip. And we'll take it to the other side. Left leg high, 3-legged dog. Bring that left ankle behind right wrist and walk those toes back. Bringing that back knee to the mat. Trying to bring that shin semi-parallel to the front of the mat. Squaring the hips off, lifting up. Inhale, the chest proud. And exhale, fold it down, pigeon. Enjoying this uncomfortable stretch, this deep stretch, breathing into it, breathing into the discomfort. starting to learn to be okay with this discomfort, this uncomfortable conversations, uncomfortable positions. Keep breathing. You've got this. Last breath here. Big inhale through the nose. I want you to let it go through the mouth. Ha. Slowly coming back up to our hands. Push it back to down dog. Maybe do those circles if you need. And then meet me on your booty. Legs straight out in front of you. We're moving the flesh away from our sits bones. So lifting up the booty and placing it back down. I want you to feel connected from your sits bone to the mat. Flexing the toes towards your face. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, fold over the legs. Try and grab the ankles, the feet, whatever you can. Bringing your chest to your side. Trying to bring that arch out of your back. Breathing deeply. Inhaling back up. And using your core, slowly lower your down vertebrae by vertebrae into Shavasana. Before we get there, let's bring our knees into our chest. Give ourselves a hug of gratitude. Bring your forehead to your knees. Thank yourself for showing up today for yourself for 60 minutes. And lower down, keeping the knees into your chest. Straighten that left leg and bring that right knee over your body to the left. Tee out the arms and gaze to the right. Trying to keep those shoulders on the mat. Maybe you start closing down your eyes in preparation for Shavasana. Just start bringing some calmness and some stillness into your mind and body. Coming back to center, switch out the knees, left knee hugs into your chest, right leg out long, tee out the arms, bring that left knee over your body, to the right, gaze to the left, trying to keep those shoulders pressed down on the mat. Coming back to center, bending both knees into our chest, grabbing the outside of our feet, happy baby. Maybe you want to rock back and forth to massage the low back. You can try straightening one leg, straightening the other, whatever feels good. And do any final movements you need before our final resting pose of Shavasana. Your legs straight out in front of you, feet flopping out to the side, palms facing up, relaxing your entire body into the mat. If you're following along on the playlist, press river. Removing the tongue away from the roof of your mouth, relaxing the jaw, melting into the mat, enjoying one of our most important poses of our practice, Shavasana. It's where we can bring stillness and calmness to our body and our mind, and where we reap the benefits of all the hard work we just put in. Big inhale through the nose. Audible exhale, let it out through the mouth. Shavasana. Before I lead you out of Shavasana, I just want to chat a little bit about the Loveland Foundation. So you can stay lying on your back and I'll lead you out at the end. But I just want to say, I'm sure we're all feeling a lot of emotions during this time, but I also want to hold space for our Black friends, our Black neighbors, colleagues, family members, and acknowledge how they're feeling, the pain they must be feeling and the pain they felt for centuries. So I invite you all to please donate any amount that you're able to Brittany and I's foundation that we're really passionate about, the Loveland Foundation. It started as a national organization to bring mental health resources and therapy to Black women and girls And today it continues to grow and bring healing and opportunities to communities of color through fellowships, residency programs, and to continue to empower Black communities. So mental health is really important, so we really appreciate, you know, anything you donate. And if you're unable to donate at this time, I urge you to please do your part in ending systemic racism, institutionalized racism, and injustices in our country by listening, reading, advocating, signing petitions, voting, and continue having these uncomfortable and tough conversations to help continue the movement forward, because Black Lives Matter. Thank you to everyone who's already donated it. Brittany and I really appreciate, and thank you in advance to everyone else who's donated. Like Brittany said, if you want any more information about the Loveland Foundation, if you want any resources, please reach out to myself or Brittany. Again, Venmo the donations to Brittany-Corman. Keeping your eyes closed, I want you to come up to a seated position at the top of your mat. Inhaling your arms up. And exhale, bring them together at heart center. We'll end class with one collective breath to thank all of you for showing up, supporting us and the Black community tonight. We really appreciate it, and showing some love to yourself. Big inhale through the nose, and exhale, let it out. Bring your hands up to your third eye center of intuition and wisdom, the spot in between your eyebrows. And I will leave you with this. Nothing will work unless you do, Maya Angelou. So please remember to check in with yourself, show yourself some love, show some others some love. Thank you so much. Namaste. Thank you. Let us know if you have any questions.